General Hospital spoilers report Cameron Cam Weber, William Lipton, took off to California on a college soccer scholarship last year, and we thought we wouldn't see him again for some time. Surprise! Cam could be headed back to Port Charles just in time to take his ex-girlfriend off her new beau's hands. Cam needed time away from the memory of the heartbreak Josslyn Joss Jacks, Eden McCoy, leveled in his direction before he could come to terms with truly forgiving her. Seeing her again is going to dredge up some old, uncomfortable feelings. Is it just that he's hanging onto the pain? Will it matter to her either way if she's still preoccupied with her mafia man, Dex Heler, even Hofer? Rumor has it Cam is headed home to lighten the load for Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, as she tries to manage her new gig at Crimson and appease her own man at the same time. Will Cam's new sweet spot at Bobby's land him renewed space in Joss' heart? Carly was thrilled to take over at Bobby's, then Kelly's, and make it her own. It was the perfect clean slate to start a new chapter of her life as a Spencer woman. But her mom's death has hit her hard. While being at Bobby's may help her to feel closer to her mother, she's going to move in a different direction in the weeks ahead, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, continues to pressure her to become the best editor-in-chief at Crimson she can possibly be, and to stay on long-term. This will give Cam the perfect reason to come home and take the place off Carly's hands for a bit. She needs someone she can trust who knows the ins and outs of the place like the back of their hand. Dex has had his hands full lately as Sonny continues to pile on the work and test how far he is willing to go in this line of work. Recently, Sonny was thrilled to see Dex step up to the plate to kill Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, a feat that wasn't necessary in the end, and Sonny stopped Dex just short of. This transition into a higher rank inside the organization, and the recent shooting on the island, is going to leave Dex feeling like he is spread too thin and can't get back to Port Chuck to spend some much-needed time with Joss. What better time for Dex to be trapped on an island far away from Joss than when her first love and ex-boyfriend, Cam, comes back to town? Will Joss be touched by Cam's willingness to drop everything and come home to make sure Bobby's can get up and running with new management in Carly's absence? Seeing how he is there for her family still could remind her of many of the reasons she fell for the guy in the first place. Besides, we expect he'll need to come back to deal with the aftereffects of Spencer Cassadine's, Nicholas Alexander Chavis, presumed death, which is just around the corner. Will Joss end up pouring her heart out to Cam about all that is weighing on her heart, from Adam Wright, Joshua Bernard, to Dex to Spencer and Trina, while Dex is otherwise unavailable? If so, where might this lead? Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to find out. In the world of General Hospital, emotions run high, relationships are constantly shifting, and surprises lurk around every corner. The ongoing drama that defines the residents of Port Charles is about to get even more complicated. In the upcoming episodes, Cameron Weber, William Lipton, returns home to Port Charles, seeking solace and support from his grandmother Bobby Spencer, Jacqueline Zeman. However, his homecoming doesn't just signify a return to normalcy. It's a much-needed opportunity for Cameron to reassess his life, his relationships, and the tangled love triangle that could have lasting repercussions, especially when it comes to his connection with Josslyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and the ever-present Dex Heler, even Hofer. Cameron's return to Port Charles comes at a time when he's been through a whirlwind of emotional highs and lows. After months of being away from his family, Cameron seeks peace and understanding, and Bobby's home is the perfect place for him to recuperate. The Spencer matriarch is known for her wisdom and love, making her the perfect person to help Cameron navigate the emotional complexities of his life. At the same time, Cameron's return is not just about catching up with family, it's about coming to terms with his feelings. He spent time away from Port Charles, trying to figure out who he is and what he wants. But no matter how much time passes, he cannot escape his past, especially the love triangle he left behind. The emotional toll Cameron has experienced following his breakup with Josslyn still lingers, and his return is likely to bring unresolved feelings bubbling to the surface. Josslyn, now entangled with Dex, remains at the center of his heartache, and though he's tried to move on, deep down, Cameron knows that he's never really gotten over her. When Cameron returns to Port Charles, the dynamic between him, Josslyn and Dex will be put to the test. Josslyn, now in a relationship with Dex, may be facing increasing tension as her emotions for both men continue to conflict. Dex is a bad boy with a mysterious and dangerous edge, and while that allure has drawn Josslyn in, it's clear that her heart isn't fully settled. Her connection to Dex may be strong, but it is undeniably complicated. As much as she may care for him, her lingering feelings for Cameron still haunt her. Josslyn's relationship with Dex has been a source of tension for months, and she's struggled to fully commit to it because of her unresolved feelings for Cameron. She may not have admitted it yet, but a part of her still holds a special place for the boy she grew up with. Her hesitation could very well be why Dex has been on edge lately, sensing that Josslyn's heart isn't entirely his. Even though she's in a relationship with Dex, it's clear she's holding on to something that's hard to let go of. A past with Cameron that was full of love, promise, and, most importantly, comfort. This emotional tug-of-war has not gone unnoticed by those around them. Cameron's return will undoubtedly make things even more difficult for Josslyn. Will she choose to fight for her relationship with Dex, or will the presence of her first love stir up enough emotions to cause her to reconsider everything? Bobby's house will be the focal point for many emotional moments as Cameron processes the changes in his life. Bobby's gentle presence and candid advice will give Cameron the space he needs to heal and reflect. But what's more significant is that Bobby's home is also a place of history, especially for Josslyn, who has spent many moments there throughout her life. This makes it the perfect backdrop for a critical conversation between the three characters, Cameron, Josslyn, and Dex. The dynamics between the trio are about to shift in ways that no one is prepared for. Cameron, still reeling from the heartbreak of his breakup with Josslyn, will undoubtedly have some unresolved questions. Has Josslyn moved on completely, or does she still harbor feelings for him? Dex, on the other hand, will likely view Cameron's return as a challenge to his relationship with Josslyn. It's clear that Dex's patience is wearing thin, especially as he grapples with the realization that Josslyn may not be as committed to their relationship as he once believed. There's also the element of loyalty to consider. Cameron has always been a loyal and caring person, and he's never been one to stand by while someone he cares about is in emotional turmoil. The pressure of seeing Josslyn in a relationship with Dex, someone he knows is tangled up in shady dealings, might push Cameron to do something drastic. Is Cameron prepared to fight for Josslyn, or will he respect her decision and let her go? If the latter, is he prepared to let her stay with Dex, knowing that their relationship could be toxic in the long run? As Cameron comes home to Bobby's, the most pressing question becomes, will he take Josslyn off Dex's hands? The tension between the trio is undeniable, and with Cameron back in town, the possibility of rekindling his relationship with Josslyn becomes very real. For Josslyn, the dilemma is clear. Does she stay with the man who represents a dangerous thrill and excitement in her life? Or does she return to the stability and love that Cameron offered her? The answer won't come easily, especially since Josslyn and Dex have developed a deep bond, one that can't be undone overnight. But Cameron is an important part of her past, and he's someone who has always had a unique place in her heart. Will she find her way back to Cameron, or will she choose to move forward with Dex despite the uncertainty? At the same time, Dex's character is one that thrives on challenges, and the prospect of Cameron returning to town and possibly vying for Josslyn's affections is bound to ignite something in him. He won't back down without a fight. Dex may be a bad boy, but he has genuine feelings for Josslyn, and he'll be unwilling to let her go without a struggle. In his mind, he's already invested too much in their relationship, and Cameron's return feels like a direct challenge to his claim on her. While Bobby's home may be a safe haven for Cameron as he recovers from the heartbreak of his breakup, it will also become a battleground of sorts as she helps him navigate his feelings.